Right, simple mission. Can a fat bloke cycle up Haytor without stopping preferably, and also without having a cardiac arrest? This is the bike. It's got super low gearing on it for fat people. So I'm going to give it a bash and see how we will get on. Roger, I want some advice. Can a fat lad cycle up Haytor without having a cardiac arrest?
I don't know. And you ain't fat. You're just a slight podge.
Podge?
Podge. You're not fat. You might think you are, but I don't think you are. Anyway,
the question,
go.
To be quite honest, I think podge is probably worse than being fat. I'd rather be fat than podge.
Off you go, get out of my hair.
Can you please take the podge?
I'm busy.
Can you take the podge back and just keep fat?
Well, no.
So,
no.
So you're saying I'm podge?
Yeah, in places.
I prefer fat.
The other word for podge is cuddly, so don't worry.
So shall we rename this challenge? Can a cuddly bloke cycle up Haytor without having a cardiac arrest?
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah?
Yeah. Off you go then.
Okay, adios.
Keep safe.
Thank you.
Alright, bye-bye.
Okay, we'll rename that. Went from podge to fat to cuddly. I think we'll stick with podge. Right, here goes. Bloody traffic. I was happier when lockdown was going on, man. The place was desolate. I have no idea what this footage is going to come out like. Probably a bit shit. I've only travelled a couple of 100 metres. Already out of bloody breath. Well, the first part of the mission was to get up Haytor without stopping. I've hardly even started and I've stopped twice. But my excuse is GoPro. Couldn't get it to work properly. Right, the climb has started in earnest. As you can probably tell by my out of breathness. Now this climb, although it's steep, you know, there's a lot steeper stuff out there. Just the bloody length of it. Fat people shouldn't be doing this, and I'm doing it. Right, I'm in the lowest possible blooming gear now. What do they call them? Granny cog? Granny cog, something like that. I assume it means grannies use it. So anyway, I'm officially in the territory of being a granny. I'm looking with envious eyes at the hotel there. Edgemore, whatever it's called. There's a couple of people sitting there with their cups of tea and the cream scones. They make me sick. I've noticed a couple of people sort of, because I'm chatting shite on here, look at me like I'm a bit weird. And before I got the GoPro, I used to feel maybe a bit self-conscious about chatting away onto a camera. Had a bit of a tit really. But even after a week of ownership of the GoPro, I really don't give a monkeys anymore. The way I see it, if I want to make crappy little videos and stick them on YouTube, I'm not harming anyone. That's what I reckon. I just had to stop again to adjust the camera. I tried to do it while I was cycling, but I was like a big buffoon with my big chip-eating hands trying to move the bloody thing. So, I'm not going to fail myself, because as I said, the ambition was to get up the top of Haytor as a registered fat bloke without stopping. Technically, I've failed that miserably so far, but I'm going to let myself off simply because it's all down to the GoPro. Blame the GoPro. I'm trying to change gear to get lower, and I've just realised there is nowhere else to go. I'm in super granny mode and I have nowhere else to go. On a positive, haven't had a cardiac arrest yet. I'm pretty well at my limit, really. My lungs are busting. My legs, I think it's the lactic acid, whatever it is. It's very painful. I reckon what? Nah, to say halfway there, I'm not halfway there. Nowhere bloody near halfway there. And if memory serves me right, the hardest bit's to come. But hey, you can only do your best. Right, just passing Ullacoon Farm. They do a lovely breakfast in there. Not the cheapest, but bloody tasty. Could do with one now. This is one of the hardest parts for me. It's hard enough on a bloody electric bike, but yeah, just continuous steepness and gradients and things. The road surface isn't brilliant, but I'm not moaning. Fair play to me, because in my 50s now, early 50s I hasten to add, smoked most of my life. Used to be a heavy drinker, don't anymore. And I can still do this stuff. Well, haven't quite made it yet, but bloody intend to. This is not a place to be for fat blokes. It really isn't. Well, I made it. Haytor. Proof. That was tough. That was tough. If I've got a big snot hanging out my nose, I do apologise. Oh, that was so tough. So my next challenge is to bomb down back whence I came. And what I'm going to try to do is hit 40 mile an hour. I'd like to say maybe it's a bit further, but the legal limit and all. But I want to see if I can do 40 mile an hour down Haytor without dying. That's the next plan. So I'll give it a bash and see how it goes.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you.
I think I'm gonna die on this corner. Oh shit! This is scary shit! Right, back from my valiant effort up Haytor and chuffed to bits. Look at this. Hope you can see that. That is my little trophy of getting from Strava to say it was a record time, and I was 57th on the leaderboards, only a couple of miles an hour short of the leader. Now that's pretty good for a fat lad.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you.